broken with combinations and how they can play it early on. So that's going to be exciting to watch as well. But Carl's already got the level 2, so you see just being able to slightly pressure out Moon with that advantage in case he does try and walk up and secure some of the range CS at the moment here. Still intrigued to see. I like the
travel time is going to be quite good, and we've seen like 9-minute boots of travels come out previously as well, so it's just all going to depend on this lane. But Carl, again, having...
Yeah, we'll see what he's going to be able to do. If he wants to think about making a rotation with the haste, he needs a couple extra levels to really put that impact on. And just the leaner right clicks on a core feels so rough. I mean, Raven's got 2 points in their feast, so every level in that, just the sustain's going to keep increasing. He's got a Chen in the lane as well, but...
Well, actually going in a little bit onto Zephyr, forcing the TP all the way back, so he's going to have...
This is a great rotation from Moon, as we're going to see our first blood finally 6 minutes in. This Moon will claim it, and with the catapult wave and the edict, they're really going to try and put some pressure on the tower, and this is what you're able to do with the Chen Lesh lineup.
Yeah, and...
You see that die. I mean, they got a 2,000 net worth lead, and down bot though. Whitemon just hitting the level 6. Jab's going to come down with the static storm drop. Jab's going to have to run to the western side of that, but Radiant, they've got all their ultimates, and they're going to force a fight here to protect the tower. They bring down 2 heroes of static storm, raw. So when Dire are back up, they're probably just going to head mid and try and take that objective. As Carlo going forward, they get the glimpse back. DJ's in trouble here, still doesn't have the hand of God. Raven's going to try and dish out the damage, but you know, at the moment without the items. So nicely done from T1, you know, continuing to put some pressure on, recognizing that the Void Spirit's really going to enable this glimpse catch potential as well. There you go, nicely done. Hooks off forward as well. Jabs finds the leaner. I mean, Carl's on the higher ground. They don't have anyone else, so it looks like unfortunately Zephyr's going to pay the price. Staying around a little bit too long, and you see the clockwork, the catch there to be able to find the squishy leaner.
Tower is under attack.
They're already positioned up on the high ground right now, so they're in a relatively decent spot. Although they haven't grouped up though, it looks like the rest of the team are going to back off around the triangle. So Masros might get caught out here. Glimpse back, static storm. They're even going to drop the roar as well. Let's see if he can tank up through this with the hand of God. LSA is going to control it, but once again with the Kraken shell. No, Masros wants to turn, chucks up the Ravage Moon with the follow-up stun as well. Where's the extra damage to be able to deal with the Void Spirit here? He's going to get one astral step away, but he doesn't have the mana. And now Radiant going on the beefy target. It's going to cost them the hero. Unfortunately, that hook shot doesn't fly through, getting a bit blocked there. Carl, stun. It's actually off the mark there completely. And now what do Radiant want to do about it? Are they still going to take the fight? However, Cuckoo's got the roar. On top of the backline though, it looks like they've found Whitemon. I mean, unfortunately, it's just a Chen, so unable to really do too much to pressure out the Disruptor, who was trying to link up with the rest of the team. They're still just battling it out. Now with the Static Storm drop, they're going to Glimpse Strike back with the Horn follow-up as well. You've got to be careful because Mastros, he's got the Ravage, but a 3-man stun from Zephyr. Carl's going to go in as well. Moon's going to end up paying the price. Mastros still with the ultimate without the rest of the team. Les tracks a lot of the damage. Raven's going to try and turn, chucks out the Ravage, stuns up all 3. It's a lot of
coming in.
Clock's going to try and help out as well. TP's the outpost. He doesn't have the hook shot just yet. It's going to be up in a couple seconds here. How can they follow up though? They need the vision. Jabs want to Joe off there. Looks like it's going to be a little bit more difficult. There is, and that's all she wrote though. So you see FNATIC, they end up losing 3. Cuckoo's going to be the price to pay, but
when you've got this push lineup, Moon might be dead though. Oh,
this is out the Remnant. Now Dire, they're trying to cut them off here. Static Storm drop, only controlling 1. Masros going to be able to get out of range, but there's no follow-up in the Storm right now, so Jabs keeps his life. And Dire, they want to try and punish this. Gush going to be up in a couple seconds, so Slides up Whitemon. If they can continue going for more, Raven should be able to catch up thanks to the Rage, and unfortunately, Disruptor's going to end up falling. Drops a ward before his death, but an attempt at high ground defense. Masros just frontlining. Now with the stun, Beastmaster. Spec's got Horn. They want to try and do something. Whitemon with the ultimate as well, but you see how aggressive they're able to position with the supports in the backline. They just can't jump them now. Cuckoo's in trouble as well with the magic damage coming through for the Lesh Track. Jack is going to shot. Got the Blade Mail. Lesh is just destroying himself with his own damage at the moment here. Now with the hand of God as well. He's got that extra life to be able to utilize. They're going to chase him back as well, but Jackie, he's in trouble. Can they get a stun to follow up with the lockdown here? It looks like Jabs unfortunately eats the Laguna Blade, so FNATIC, they just lose the 1 and that extra life, but they force out a lot of ultimates here, and they're pretty healthy too. They got a full set of racks mid. They're not done just yet. Raven pops the Rage. He's going to be able to juke out that LSA. I mean, they're going to have to try and cut the wave here. It looks like Carl recognizing this and going mid, but Lesh is already trying to contest that, making sure they have no opportunity. Radiant smoked up. Trying to make a backline stab here on top of Raven. They get the roar out. Jab's going to try and move forward, see if he can get the defensive factor with the cogs. And now Infest up as well is going to pay the price for the clockwork. They drop the static storm as well, just in case once he pops out. But it looks like they have the damage go through while he's silenced. Raven's going to try and look to turn as well with the open wounds. On top of Jackie, he's in trouble, rooted up, stunned up. He's going to get brought down. Doesn't have a buyback. And our Cuckoo's going to reveal himself as well with a penitent slow. Look at the damage. 4 hit by Raven. Oh my. This game, all in control is FNATIC, is now they want to try and go bot, shove the wave in. They've got Rap will try and hold the triangle, knowing that the tier 2 and Roche is the real big next objectives. Look, Masteros. Team is kind of left the tide a little bit. DJ's there. Masteros is still goddamn tanky. Like, how are you going to kill off the Tidons? Or is that Jabs? It just follows up. Hooks on forward. They're going to try and deal with the backline. Halt forward, but it looks like the damage for the Void Spirit is just eating everything up from Raven. They're going to be able to keep DJ alive. And with the Static Storm dropped as well, doesn't matter. Tide's going to be able to get a range down, but the Ravage controls up 3. It allows Raven to go to work with the sustain from the hand of God. There's just no damage that T1 are dishing out. The Bash Cuckoo gets the force, but Infest going to be able to secure the kill. Carl's in trouble as well. He doesn't have any ultimate charges. Looks like they don't even care. They'll just walk it through. I mean, just, oh my lord. Masteros is just so goddamn tanky in the sustain. You just see that T1 can't do anything right now.
You know, when the timings would happen, and it just happened exactly like we were predicting. But it's just, if you've got this draft, you straight up cannot deal with it.
Let's see what they can do. They got the Agnums on Carl. This might be a good opportunity to be able to bring down Ray, but he stays alive and are raged up, protected with the Glimmer. Meanwhile, Masteros, he's just so far in. Doesn't give an absolute shit right now. He's still in trouble as Masteros. He's fallen pretty low here. DJ's going to try and help up with the mech. Glimmer keeps back up as well. And inside they go. Carl's going to try and do the work, but he's got to be careful because he doesn't have any ultimate charges. Me on top of the backline. Moon, Clockwork, dealing with the backline supports. Lena's going to buy back with the rest of the team. They don't have buyback. Cuckoo's stuck up on the racks. They didn't kill the goddamn Tide Hunter. FNATIC lose no one, and they claim everything. Full mega creeps now, as they probably don't even have to leave if they want to. They could just force the G's here, and they will. T1 have to tap out. A beautiful game from FNATIC.
Come on, Jabs, run back to your courier. Make it in time. He finishes the Ag Scepter. That's what he wanted before the end of the game.
Victory.
Yeah, perfect. I cannot find a fault in the way that FNATIC played that game. You might say, oh, but they died 10 times, but it was things like baiting out these big ultimates. What we were talking about before in protecting the farm coming through. So let me see if they go and try any tri-lanes or anything like that to start with. Then I'll give you my my decision.
Okay. See here with we get a bit of a point. You can pick that and then have a couple bands to protect it. But Raven, look at the stun on 2. Jabs follows up. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Just the combo set off. You know, they get a couple of bounties as well. They might even be able to get the one on the high ground that no one's set up for just yet with the help of the IO. But yeah, they're going to go in. Crushed up. Raven falling pretty low here. Just the slows that are coming out. And Zephyr with the last right click. He's got so much base damage. So T1, they're going to be able to find their first kill of the game down at the bottom side of the map.
Nicely done. Jabs has just done a little bit of a mission. He's going to suicide himself after taking care of the courier.
Falling low in the jungle. For that tree line, I should say. I mean, he didn't have the techies with him. He's going to try and cut through the trees. See how much he's going to be able to utilize with his Quelling Blade here. He's going to go for a TP out now, but still Jack has got the Phantom Strike, and with the dagger, it's just enough damage to be able to stop him from connecting with the TP.
Farm, walking off into the jungle, getting your own stacks, and typically a Legion commander is very fine with that situation once you get your first couple of levels, just because of how strong you are.
Dead mid, actually. Carl, he's done some incredible body blocks there, but once the Moon, he's still... It was such a cute play. It was going to be really close if he got it or not, considering he tried to body block the DK with the invis before he got up on the high ground, but you know, DK's already got 2 points in the Dragon Blood, so just that regen.
Oh, Legion might be in trouble here.
Looks like he is in very, very big trouble. They're going to try and chase him underneath the tower with the last impetus, and right click from Zephyr, that's going to help out there. So that's a nice kill, and they kind of know at least the positioning from him because of what Jabs is doing right now. Like, he's cutting the creeps, so you know it means Masteros has to kind of be somewhere else but the lane. Really want to put some pressure on, knowing that you know DK not popping the ultimate, and if they can actually find the kill because they got the Morning of Kisses, Moon's going to have to run to Carl to try and stun him up, but he just takes way too much damage before he does that.
And pop the Elder Dragon form.
Oof. And now that's on cooldown for 105 seconds, so pretty much ulti for nothing.
quite in a position yet to do it. Well, I say that.
Well, it's a very early duel, but here comes the relocate, so they don't get that bonus damage. They get the kill nonetheless, but meanwhile, they're going to try and find the Io that's coming back. Let's see if they bring the Sven as well. Like, Io's just going to be ultra dead. So it's a kill for a kill. To protect this Ven, this is something that you highlighted, that it was going to be pretty difficult for T1 to infiltrate, but they might still find Raven though. Pops the ultimate, just melts through the Enchantress now with the Gobble Up, stuns up Cuckoo's going to try and do it for the guy who instantly, and now Raven, he doesn't have this buff up, but he's going to buy back. They get the jewel on top of the backline as well. On Carl, he's in trouble here. The stun holds the Slaughter, so he can't get some protection in the crush. Now Carl's going to get chased down. Jabs will claim it with the blast off. Now Cuckoo, if he can run away here, got the TP, he's alright. Looks like Zephyr actually... Oh, no, he's going to run to the status trap, and Jabs gets an extra. Oh, nicely done.
Easy money coming through chainmail. There it is. Popped onto Whitemon. Doesn't have the Nature's Attendants to heal himself, but he should probably still drop down anyway.
Oh, nice
no, they
Gobble
gobble
Up. But no, the Mines though. Carl's got to be careful. Can they still get the dual victory with the relocate? They'll wrap through. T1, Cuckoo's thinking about going in. They've got the Death, so you got to be careful. They might get picked off with this minus armor. Just burst through. They're going to go forward. Jackie instantly brings down Masteros. Still hunting though. Raven showing the lane. DJ doesn't have to relocate, so Jackie's going to move forward, but without a blink at the moment here on these other two heroes next to him. They won't have that catch up, although they still have the ward, so they might actually see Raven farming the hard camp if he does do this. Raven? He's alright, going to the triangle camp instead. Okay. Falling pretty low here. Can they get in? Mastros without the blink. They're just going to try and run. Raven's got the Silver's Edge as well. But his Sentry's already there. They get the crush thanks to the vision. Now the Age's going to get picked up as well. They still get the jewel. Look at the damage coming out from Raven. Now with the overgrowth. One of the kisses. They're stuck in the choke point. They won't be able to cancel off the kisses. And now Moon's going to pay the price as well. 3 down from FNATIC. Tries to help out there from the Io, but unfortunately won't be able to do so. And now it's going to cost him his life as well. What an incredible fight there from T1. Just recognizing the Sentries in front of that Roche pit, so important here, and you know, tried to slither in with the Silver's Edge. We just see a beautiful choke point fight as well with the overgrowth, with the kisses. They went to work. It was really nice, and you saw the Dragonite too.
Well, the thing is, with the they're actually going in onto the Sven.
Cuckoo, Masteros going to give them the protection, the press, the attacks. Zephyr on top of the back line as well with the overgrowth onto 3. But Raven's going to try and look to turn. Where's the Mortar? The kiss is going to come a little bit too late without the stump, and Sven is in trouble. Jackie directly on top of him. The Phantom Assassin is just going to work. FNATIC, they'll lose 2, and they don't find any kills. Very nicely done from the side of Die. They're going to be able to transition this potentially into the tier 2 if they wanted, even though Aegis has expired.
No Sven, no mines, no worries. Nice. Find Jackie.
This is a big target to be able to bring down. Let's see if they can chain lock him before the BKB. Jewel's going to fly now with the overgrowth as well, but Phantom Assassin will end up falling. Very nicely done. T1, they don't really have any of this saving potential like FNATIC do, so they're going to try and continue chasing for more as Whitemon stunned up on the high ground. And this was a nice move up from FNATIC. Finally, they get something, and also a dual victory for Masteros. He's on 30 damage now.
Oof. Oh.
Bubble up. Jabs. They actually want to try and find the backline. Cuckoo.
Oh.
2-man stun with the Mortimer Kisses. Jabs. Nicely done, as they're going to be able to bring down DJ. And now Raven as well. He's in trouble. He doesn't have the IO, and also no buyback available here. So with the bash dominating for Cuckoo. Oh man, just Carl on point with the gobble up, and it's just too much for them to handle right now. He's only down for 45, but they're going to shred through some of the objectives here.
All the mines get blown up. Cuckoo doesn't really care all that much. He's got the cheese ready to use for himself.
Well, at least they got repair kit. That's repair kit and glyph always going to feel kind of nice. Unfortunately, they're just going to leave the lane though. It was making the techies not feel as useful as what we've seen on some occasions, but they're just going to walk back in. They smoked up, unable to get the opener. Techies has the Aghanims now as well, so we'll see if this is going to be an extra buff up where it can kind of drop the mines and they won't be able to get the ultimates. But Moon's slowly getting chipped down here with a crit. Now they can move forward with the gobble up. Moon is going to pay the price now. Instead they go to Techies, just shreds them down. They will still end up falling, so Carl's going to pay the price. Yeah, I mean, they definitely knew the mines were there as well, considering previously they were already trying to kill it off, but it doesn't care. It looks like they're going to try and force some buybacks here as Jackie has still got the double damage rune to utilize Radiant. They're trying to shove in top, and they're going to try and attempt the base race here. We could see it coming through. Radiant with the buybacks coming up. Meanwhile, inside the base, so Leech's going to pay the price. Definitely with the blink forward, the overgrowth as well. Jackie trying to go to work with the BKB pop. A couple of bashes, more kills as well. They're going to be careful. Ven's going to end up falling, and they'll deal with the rest. Io down, no buyback in T1. They tie up the best of two here. Unfortunately for FNATIC, we
Get
will
out
not
of here,
see.
Get in the bin. Oh, thank you. Thank you, T1. Hopefully we never see this hero again.
Yeah, it always feels good when a tech is just has absolutely no impact. Now it's going to maybe make them think otherwise about picking it up.